2 years ago, West Ham won the Conference League, but where are the players now? Starting in goal, we have Alphonse Areola, who is still at West Ham and has played about 60 games since the final. Most of them have been in the Premier League, opting for Fabianski for the cup games. He's been a good shot stopper for the Hammers, however, he is prone to be making a few mistakes, like last weekend he made a crucial mistake against Nottingham Forest, leading to a goal. Right back was Vladimir Soufal, who is still at West Ham, however, it's just been announced that he will be leaving when his contract ends this summer. And in an emotional farewell on social media, he said that he will be leaving after playing over 170 games for West Ham after joining in 2020. Right centre-back was Kurt Zouma, who's currently out on loan to Saudi League side Al Aroba and has only played about half the possible games this season for them. He did, however, play a crucial role in the 23-24 season for West Ham. However, due to a managerial change, his future was left undecided. Left centre-back was Moroccan international Naif Aguerd, who is also out on loan, however, to Spanish side Real Sociedad. He has only played about 36 out of a possible 53 games for the Spanish side, including a lovely Europa League run this season. It is unsure whether the centre-back pairing will be at the Hammers next season. Left back was none other than Emerson, who pulled off an amazing performance and were crucial to West Ham winning that final. Emerson is also at West Ham and has played large parts of the season, however, in the last few months he has been dropped for youngster Ollie Scholes. And let's not forget that Emerson became the first player ever to win the Conference League, the Europa League and the Champions League. Now onto midfield, where of course we have Declan Rice, who was the main man of this side, and after lifting the trophy he did depart the Hammers, leaving for Arsenal for a record £105 million, making him the joint most expensive English player ever alongside Jack Grealish. However, since then he has not won a single major trophy for Arsenal apart from the Community Shield, which I do not think counts, so the question is, was it the right move? Thomas Suchek of course played next to Rice and is a fan favourite at the London Stadium. Graham Potter coming in as the new manager, his future could be undecided depending on Potter deciding whether to keep him or not. Completing the midfield is Brazilian magician Lucas Paquetá, who is of course still at West Ham, providing that winning assist for the final. His future has been up in the air for a long time now, as allegations towards a betting scandal was released, and he has been at trial. However, the trial hasn't been conclusive yet, but the chances are that he won't be playing at West Ham the next season. Playing on the left was Said Benrahma, who scored the penalty to go 1-0 up for West Ham. Benrahma left for Lyon last season on loan and made the move permanent. After playing well for the French side, he made a permanent move to Saudi side Neom. And after reaching promotion with the Saudi team, they will be playing in the Saudi Pro League as of next year. On the right was of course Jared Bowen, who scored that winning goal in the 89th minute and wrote himself down in West Ham history forever. Since then, he scored some vital goals for West Ham, becoming the club captain and the record assist maker in Premier League history for the Hammers. Up top was Michail Antonio, who's literally been irreplaceable for West Ham, as any striker they seem to buy, no one seems to pay up. Sadly, in December, he was part of a terrible car accident, leaving him hospitalised. Now he is on the road to recovery and we're hoping that we'll see him on the pitch soon. We can't forget the manager who made it all happen, David Moyes. He paid out the following season, but due to some poor results, the West Ham fans were wanting a change. So in the summer of 2024, the club announced his departure, leaving on somewhat bad terms. Since then, West Ham appointed Julian Lopetegui, who did only last 6 months, then putting their faith in Graham Potter. The question is, will Graham Potter bring the same success to West Ham? Let me know below. West Ham had 12 players on the bench, including some youngsters, however 3 of them did make an appearance in the final. In the 61st minute, Zouma was unfortunately injured, and to replace him they brought on Thilo Kehrer. The German international made a move to Monaco on loan the season after. However, securing Champions League with him, he did make that move permanent and is still there to this day. 15 minutes later, Pablo Fornals was subbed on to replace Said Benrahma, the goalscorer. Fornals was a fan favourite at West Ham, but unfortunately in the summer of 2024, he left the club during a heartfelt departure. Moving to Real Betis, who now find themselves in another Conference League final, Pablo Fornals could become the first player ever to win the Conference League twice. In the last minute of the game, Moyes subbed on Ogbonna for some defensive comfort, giving Antonio a well-deserved rest. Ogbonna left last summer after playing 250 games for the Hammers. He then went to join Watford, where he only played a handful of games, and since then he has been released. Other notable players on the bench were, of course, Fabianski, Creswell and Ings, who were all announced to be departing West Ham after their contracts are up this June. Creswell playing over 360 games for West Ham, becoming a West Ham legend. Fabianski playing over 200 times for the Hammers, definitely became a loyal servant, and Danny Ings only playing 3 seasons for the Hammers. Lanzini departed the following season and now finds himself in River Plate, and definitely a West Ham's streets will never forget, scoring some unbelievable worldies. Ben Johnson left for Ipswich last summer and since then has been relegated with the side. That's been all for the video, thank you very much for watching. If you want to see more of this sort of video style, then let me know below. Next week I will be going to Spain. Now hopefully I'll be doing some sort of shirt shopping and some more football content. But otherwise, obviously don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, comment down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.